तपाईको नाम तपाईले जे गरे पनि चस्मा लाए पनि जुङ्गा पाले पनि सबैजनाले कुरा गर्छ यो केको कारण हो किन हो कसो हो कतिजना मान्छेले भन्ठान्छन् कि यो अनिल शाह हो धेरै विज्ञापनहरू दिन्छ होला त्यही भएर पेपरहरूले टिभीको मित्रहरूले एकदम कभर गर्छ त्यही भएर ब्रान्ड बन्यो होला भन्ठान्छ भने कोही मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ यिनीहरूले साँच्चै नै काम गरेको छ पसिना बगाएको छ बुद्धि चलाएको छ यस्तै काम गर्ने धेरै मान्छेहरू पनि छ तर यो अनिल शाहलाई चाहिँ सबैले किन चिन्छ त अरूलाई किन चिन्दैन What is the brand value of Anil Shah and why is there any value if there is to Anil Shah today? That's what I want to talk about. किनभने मैले काम गर्छु वर्षौं पसिना बगाएको छु बुद्धि चलाएको छु I earn a handsome salary. I'm not shy of the amount of money I earn. And today there's a brand value to my name. That's also not because Anil Shah आज कसैको कोखबाट जन्मेर या कुनै अरू कारणले गरेर अनिल शाह छैन काम गरेर मेहनत गरेर वर्षौं not 5 years not 10 years not 15 years not 20 years but over 25 years of hard work has gone into making me who I am today. And my hope today यहाँ आएर कुरा गर्ने चाहिँ आफ्नो नामको कुरा मात्रै गर्ने हैन. I want to share what I did. It may work for you, it may not work for you. But I just want to share it with you so that maybe those of you who want to walk down the same path can do so. And not be a brand like Anil Shah, but be a brand 10 times bigger, 100 times bigger than me in the days to come. And maybe that journey can start from today. You brand भन्ने कुरा अहिले पनि आयो टाटा भन्ने हैन Apple, Microsoft, all these big brands we talk about. But what I want to start with is a brand that each and every one of you know. The first brand that every human being gets to know. Nepal भए पनि भारत, चीन, Africa जहाँ भए पनि. The first brand that we get to know is Moi and Bua, our mother and father. That is the first brand. For some of us, it is filled with love, with encouragement, with everything that we want. When we are small, we think of our mom, I think of our dad, we think of, oh my God, what a wonderful childhood. How much love, how much caring, how much direction I got from them. But not everybody. For some of us, when you think of mother and father, you think of very unpleasant thoughts of someone being drunk, someone beating someone, someone shouting at you all the time, someone physically abusing you. That is the first brand value many people have when they think of their parents. But most of us, when we think of mom and dad, we think of amazing things. When I said Mua and Bua, each of you also, immediately, Anwar, Jhalakka, Samjana bhayo. And with that Anwar, there was a sentiment that came. A sentiment of love, of missing for those whose mothers and fathers are far away. A sentiment of, oh, after this I get to go back to them, for those who live with their parents. But some thought came the minute I said Mua and Bua. That is the purest brand value that you can have. That is the first brand that anybody ever knows, is the brand of your mother and father. And for many years, that is the brand that you get known by. हामी स्कुल जाँदाखेरि कलेज जाँदाखेरि पनि कतिजना युवाहरू अहिले पनि when we get introduced as so and so's son, so and so's daughter. That's what we are known as. Our brand is somehow linked to them. And we like that. But my request to all of you is that's great for the first 10 years, first 18 years, first 20 years. But at some point, each of you needs to build a brand value of yourself so that आफ्नै परिवारको बिहा वर्तमानमा जाँदाखेरि पनि मुहा बुवालाई उसको मुहा र बुवा. How proud would they be? They have carried your brand on their shoulders for 10, 15, 20 years. How wonderful a feeling is it for them when their brand gets carried by you. Anil Shah ko Mua, Anil Shah ko Bua. They feel so happy. They feel so proud. हामीले जति इन्भेस्ट गरेको थियौं हाम्रो छोरीमा, हाम्रो छोरामा, त्यसको प्रतिफल अहिले हामी पाइरहेको छौं. Finally, the day has come when my child's brand is now bigger than my brand. And for every parent, that is the day that they wait for. So the first thing I want to say, I mean, South Asians, Nepalese, we're a bit introverted, we're a bit shy, इन्डियामा त्यति पाउँदिनँ म, तर नेपालमा त झन् बढी पाउँछु कि we're not so good at saying what is good about ourselves. When you think of brands like any of the big brands today, Coca-Cola, Apple, Microsoft, any of the big brands that you think of, the minute the name comes in, something comes into your mind. मैले Apple भन्ने बित्तिकै, unfortunately, I don't think any of you thought of Xiao. हाम्रो जुम्लाको Xiao हो. Apple भन्ने बित्तिकै you thought of the phone that's in your hand or your computer or your iPad or whatever it is that you use. When you say Microsoft, you think of something. When you say Tata, you think of something. Toyota, you think of something. Similarly, when I say Mother Teresa, you think of something. Martin Luther King, you think of something. Gandhi, you think of something. Dhirubhai Ambani, you think of something else. Binod Chaudhary, you think of something. Min Bahadur Gurung, you think of something. Paras Kharga, you think of something. When is it going to be that when someone takes your name, they will think of something as well? That is what you need to work towards. लजाउनु पर्दैन आफ्नो ब्रान्ड बनाउनलाई. इनफ्याक्ट आफ्नो ब्रान्ड बनाएन भनेदेखि जिन्दगीमा अगाडि बढ्नु धेरै गाह्रो हुन्छ. र चाहे पनि नचाहे पनि आफ्नो ब्रान्ड बनि नै रहेको छ. Think of a friend who's very funny. Whenever you think of his or her name, you think, oh, कस्तो हो है, जहिले पनि जोक गरिराख्नु पर्ने मान्छे. So funny. Think of a friend who's extremely serious and intelligent. They're not working towards creating their brand, but the way they're living their life, the brand is being created around them. Similarly, a brand is being created around you, whether you know it or you don't. And the sad part is the majority of you will go through life not constructively working towards creating your brand, but a brand will just be created around you. Do you think Coca-Cola's brand was just created? It's water with gas, black color and sugar. That's what Coca-Cola is. But the world over, Nepal, एउटा हैन संसारको एउटा कुना हो नेपाल. कोका-कोला भनेर नचिन्ने मान्छे कमै होला यहाँ. अफ्रिकामा जानुस्, अमेरिकामा जानुस्, जापानमा जानुस्, कोरियामा जानुस्, कोका-कोला भन्ने बित्तिकै कोहीले टी. चाइनामा जानुस्, कोक. अरु केही बुझ्दैन उनीहरुले. चिनी पनि बुझ्दैन, खोर्सानी पनि बुझ्दैन रे. तर कोक भनेदेखि चाहिँ कोकै खाएर नि म त बाचे है, न त अरु केही थाहा नै छैन के बाक्ने भनेर. That didn't just happen by itself. Coke's brand name just didn't happen by itself. Similarly, personal brand names don't happen by themselves. एउटा ब्रान्ड बन्छ. आफूले कोशिश गरेर बनाए पनि त्यसै बने पनि एउटा ब्रान्ड बन्छ. अब आफ्नो हैन आफूले युज गर्ने प्रोडक्टहरुको ब्रान्ड त हामीलाई थाहा छ भने आफूले आफ्नै ब्रान्ड थाहा छैन भनेदेखि how sad would that be? That some brand was being created around you, or whenever people took the name of Anil Shah, some people, everyone was thinking something, you had no idea or no control of what they were thinking. That would be very, very sad. Because you may want everybody to think something about you, but because you're not constructively working towards making people think that, everybody is thinking something completely different about you. And you're not a product, you're not a company, you're an individual, and you are the most important thing to you in this whole universe. You know, you may love your iPhone, you may love your car, you may love, your shoe brand, but not more than you love yourself. So if you take the time and effort to choose the brand of soft drink you drink, or the hard drink you drink, or the cigarette you smoke, or the shoes you wear, shouldn't you spend a little time and effort in developing your own brand? Whatever that brand may be. Because the day is gone, I think, for everybody in this room to be known by your parents' name. I think the time has come for everybody here to start to be known by your own name. And to do that, I know everyone, Anil Shah, no, that's not true. You don't have to be known by the country, by the society. You need to be known by your friends, your family, your colleagues. That's the brand that you need to develop. I'm not saying you need to develop a brand that is, known in the media, in the page 3 of everything. No. I'm talking about developing a brand for your family. When your parents think of you, what do they think of you? When your brothers and sisters think of you, what do they think of you? When your friends think of you, what do they think of you? What do they think? I trust him. He'll give it back to me. There's no problem. That is the brand value each and every one of you needs to create. Everybody. Whether you want to or not, the brand is being created. I say seize your brand, seize your name, and make it what you want to make it. That's what today is all about. It's about making that brand. And the first thing towards making a brand is you need to know yourself. What is that brand that you want to be known by? Apple has certain brand. They work very hard. So does IBM. So does Microsoft. So does everybody else. Yahoo, Google. Everybody works on their brand. You need to know, what do I want to be known as? Anil Shah, party animal. Anil Shah, serious banker. Anil Shah, youth motivator. Anil Shah, future prime minister. Anil Shah, the bum. What do you want yourself? Not your parents, not your teachers or your well-wishers or your friends and colleagues. What do each of you want yourself to be known as? You have to know what is your objective in life. I'm sure Mother Teresa never thought, I want to be known as the best singer in the world. And Paras Kharga never thinks, I want to be known as the best ping pong player. They have absolute clarity as to what is their objective of life. It shouldn't be, I need to build a brand, so I need an objective. No. The first thing has to be, you have to know what is your objective in life. Am I going to do development work, social work, banking, engineering, photography, youth movement? What is it that you want to do? You have to know first and foremost, before you start running around trying to build your brand, what is my objective in life? And the best way to start that is, very morose way, is think of yourself lying after you've passed on and gone to the Almighty, and your body is lying there, and there's a whole group of people around you. What would you like to hear them say about you? Some people would like to say, "Arabpati man, or yo jasto dhani ta koi pani thiena. Gajjabले पैसा बनायो है. वाह. हेर परिवार त 10 पुस्तासम्म कामै गर्नु पर्दैन." खुसी. Aha. How happy. That's what I would like to hear. Some people would like to hear, समाजमा यो मान्छे नभएर अब हामी अगाडि कसरी बढ्ने होला? जे काम गर्दाखेरि पनि उनै हुन्थ्यो. बिहा, वर्तमान कोहीको हैन, देहान्त हुँदा के हुँदाखेरि सबै परिवारमा गर्ने उनै थियो. उ जस्तो हेल्पफुल मान्छे त कोही थिँदै थिएन हेर. सिधै स्वर्ग गयो होला, यस्तो राम्रो मान्छे थियो. Do you want to hear that? What is it that you would like to be remembered for your journey in this world? That is the starting point of building your brand. What is your objective? What is it that you actually want to do? After you know your objective in life, कहिले पनि म यो objectiveले चाहिँ संसारभरि नै एकैचोटि हैन, everybody will know me throughout the world भने पनि nobody will know you ever. You need to know, this is my objective in life. Who am I going to impact with this objective? ब्याङ्कमा जागिर खाइरहेको छु भनेदेखि मेरो ब्रान्च, मेरो डिपार्टमेन्टको मान्छेहरू, मेरो साथीभाइहरू, मेरो परिवार. How do I make my brand stronger with these groups of people that are around me? Not that what do I do to get onto the newspaper or get an interview in the television or get some online to print something about. No. That's tapasya. You need to find out मैले जुन मेरो objective छ जिन्दगीको, त्यो objectiveले मेरो वरिपरिको मान्छेहरूलाई कसरी प्रभावित पार्ने त? If you're a photographer, how do I take photographs so that everybody says that I know, all my friends, my relatives, Anil ji is a great photographer. Photo Anil soda, he knows how to take photos. Whatever it is you want to do, what is your target audience that you want to impact with this? Who are the people that you want to really say, yes, this is a good person, a rich person, a bad person, an evil person, whatever it is. A villain's objective in life is, how do I become the most villainous? What was that Gabbar Singh's dialogue? When children don't sleep at night, they say, Gabbar will come. Gabbar was so proud of that. None of us would be proud if our children were so scared. Anil Shah and Anil Shah would not be happy. That's not the brand I want to build for myself. But Gabbar would be very happy if, गाउँ गाउँमा मान्छे काम नाम सुनेकी थरथर कामिरहेको भएदेखि. That's the brand he wants to build for himself. What's the brand you want to build for yourself, for your target audience? How do you want to impact them? What do you want them to say about you? You have to know who is this group of people you want to impact. सबैजनालाई भन्यो भने कोही पनि हुँदैन. You have to know, is it my college? Is it my workplace? Is it my family? Who are the people? र उनीहरूलाई मेरो यो ब्रान्डको प्रभावित गर्नलाई मैले के गर्नुपर्छ त? There's a flood going on. I know so many of my friends who are running around getting Jeevan Jal dekhi liएर सबै चीज, getting stuff in trucks, getting them out there, getting them thing. कोहीले मलाई सोध्ने बित्तिकै म उहाँहरूको नाम भन्छु. ए बाढी पीडितलाई केही गर्नु पर्यो भने म उहाँहरूको नाम दिन्छु. उहाँहरूलाई कन्ट्याक्ट गर्नुस्, उहाँहरूले गरिराख्नु भएको छ. Because the brand they have built is such that whenever you need to do any sort of help like this, I think of them first. Some doctors, if I ever get sick, I run to the same doctor. खुट्टा भाँचे पनि त्यही डक्टर, छाती दुखे पनि त्यही डक्टर. Usually not the right doctor, but I have trust in that doctor. I have that doctor has built a brand in my mind that मलाई जे भए पनि यसले चाहिँ बचाउँछ है भनेर. घरमा पूजा गर्नुभयो भने I run to the same पुजारी. केही एउटा पूजा गर्नु परेको छ and all. He may not be the expert of that puja, but in my mind he's got a direct hotline with God. Run to him for that. Each of you need to do the same thing. In whatever you want to do, is you have to know, after you know your objective, how am I going to make this objective in a bigger and bigger circle as I go forward. मान्छेहरूले आज अनिल शाह हेर्छ हैन, अनिल शाह हो यो गजब यो जुगे रातो चस्मा लाउने सबैले चिन्छ यो थियो भनेर. Every day I get up at 6:30 in the morning, I pray, I eat breakfast, I go to the gym, I'm at work by 9:15, 9:30. I'm at work until 7, 7:30 at night. Not one day, not 1 week, not 1 month, not 1 year, not 1 decade, but for 27 years I've been doing this. For 27 years, I've been trying to invest in building a brand. Along the way, I've got an opportunity to learn amazing things from amazing people. Good people and bad people. But always learning, always adding to my objective, always trying to see how can I make what I learn a little bit more helpful towards building my brand. Always. After you know your target audience, the most important thing you need to do also is find out what sort of vision are you going to give out. When we started this bank, we articulated our vision as Holodehi Hydro Samma, Sapai Nepali ko banker, from plow to power, the banker for all Nepalese. Why? The vision of this bank was that we want to be inclusive. We have 1,219 promoters spread over 65 districts of this country. We want to be inclusive. We want to make sure that every Nepali, मेरो 4 वटा बाख्रा छ, 10 वटा अर्को बाख्रा किन्ने भने कहाँ जाने लो मेगा बैंक जाऊ. मैले हाइड्रो प्रोजेक्ट गर्न लागेको छु, मलाई 1 करोड रुपैयाँ चाहियो, कहाँ जाने मेगा बैंक जाऊ. And everybody else in between. But how do we get that? That was the inclusiveness, was the vision of the promoters of this bank. The articulation was Holodehi Hydro. Sapai Nepali ko banker. Today when I have a confused vision of myself. People ask me, तपाईं के हो त? तपाईं banker हो कि, youth motivator हो कि, एउटा यो speaker हो कि, photographer हो कि, यो सबै चीज गरिराख्नु भएको छ नि. And that's what I want to share with you is, in life, don't be boring by doing just one thing. It's like saying, मलाई एकदम दाल, भुजा, खसीको मासु, तामा र गोलभेडाको अचार मन पर्छ. तर 5 वर्षसम्म बिहान बेलुकी यही खानु पर्यो भनेदेखि त I think त्यो भन्ने बित्तिकै पनि म चाहिँ I will get indigestion. आज जति मन पर्यो. एउटा खाना त त्यस्तो हुन्छ भने in your life, how boring. Oh, he's a banker. Just a banker. That's all he does. He's just a banker. Or anything else. He's an engineer. He's a doctor. Hamro jindagi is a very complex journey. So in that complex journey, please, while you build your brand, to make it a complete brand, make sure that you do many things that you love doing. Many things. I'm a banker. That's my profession. I love it. I do it. I've been doing it for 27 years. I'm a photographer. I hope to some extent. I love it. It's a passion. I go around with my camera taking lots of pictures. I believe that the mark I will leave on this country will neither be photography or banking, but will be these talks that I give to the youth of this country. Because when I am long gone, when my daughter or my granddaughter meets the youth, they will say, "Hey, Anil Shah ko chori, ए अनिल शाहको नातिनी गजब थियो है तिम्रो बुवा तिम्रो नाति के हजुरबुवा त सुनेको थियौँ हामीले एक दुईचोटि त It was someone who really loved this country. That's the brand I want to build. That's my vision. And that's why I dedicate a lot of time and effort to going out and spending time with the youth, the future of this country. But you have to determine what is it that you want to do. What is the vision statement that you want to put out there for yourself? आफूलाई नै थाहा छैन भने अरूले कसरी विश्लेषण गर्ने त्यहाँको बारेमा कमसेकम पहिला त आफूले आफूलाई त थाहा हुनु पर्यो म चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो डक्टर भनेर चिन्न चाहन्छु एकदम राम्रो समाजसेवी भनेर चिन्न चाहन्छु राम्रो इन्जिनियर भनेर या राम्रो जेसुकै होस् तपाईलाई नै थाहा छैन भनेदेखि आफूलाई नै थाहा छैन भनेदेखि अरूलाई कसरी थाहा हुन्छ त र यो बाइ चान्स पनि हुन्छ केही पनि नगरे पनि थाहा हुन्छ मान्छेले भनिरहेको हुन्छ तर मैले अघि भनेको जस्तै मान्छेले भन्ने चिज र यहाँले एक्चुअली गर्नु खोजेको चिज फरक हुन सक्छ Coca-Cola it's a very refreshing drink, it's good, you know, yo tyo, the Coke Zero, no calories, yo tyo bhanera bhancha ni. They don't want anyone to say, hey, the kalo pani chini, kalo pani ta ho ni bhanera. No, I'm sure Coke never wants to be known as that. Every product, every service that you use, the company has articulated a vision statement that they want you to think about the minute you think of that product or that service. And that's what each of you needs to do for yourself as well. Naam sunne bitike, you have to think of something. I hope none of you were paid to be here today. Okay? You saw that thing and said, hey, gaira sunu hai yasle, kehi na kehi ta bhanla bhanera. There was a reason why you wanted to come here and spend a couple of hours of your time, valuable time sitting here listening to me. There was that brand pull. If it had been someone who you never knew or never heard of or never thought of, it would have been harder for the organization to fill this. And they would have had to use their own staff and all and bring in students and fill it up. I hope you're not that. But each and every one of us has a brand pull. Just think of people you know. Kids love that person. They love to play with him or her. And they're always with that person, and the person loves kids and they're always together. There are some people who kids will not go anywhere near. It's a pure brand full of those children. It's not that the one person is evil and the one person is giving chocolates on the side, but it's the brand pull. Each of you needs to know what that vision statement of yours is that you want to put out there and articulate it. Then, the most important part of it is you've got to walk the talk. You have to walk the talk. And that is very, very, very important. Apple phone, you buy it anywhere, you open it, charge it up, it works. 99.999% of your phones will work when you charge it up and think. Nobody ever thinks it's also right? But when we buy some other goods, actually you test garu hai, it's all full on huncha ki hundaina, yo chalcha ki chaldaina bhaner dekhaunus ta malai. Because they walk the talk. Today, in my heydays, I used to drink. At some point, I used to smoke. I used to go out and party. I was not a boring person, intrinsically. But today, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't chew tobacco. I don't do drugs. For the simple reason, I have a daughter who I say, don't do that also. And I have a lot of youth who look up to me and say, hey, you just... But just suppose, after this wonderful talk, and you think, oh wow, great, that was, and this Friday you're walking down Thamel, and from Ramjam Dance Restaurant, you see me coming out, completely intoxicated, and passing out on the pavement there, in an untold state. No matter how many times you hear me talk after that, it's gone. 27, 30 years of brand building is gone. It doesn't take much to ruin a brand, but it takes a lifetime to build a brand. Please don't forget that. Whether it's with your children. If your children see you totally intoxicated or fighting with each other and, beating up each other, suddenly their whole perception of their parents is changed. For life. It's called scarred for life. There is no rewind button. We all have ups and downs, we have tensions in our lives, so on and so forth. But walking the talk to build your brand is the most important thing that you've got to remember. And that's not for one day, 1 year, 1 month, whatever it is. It's forever. Unless you want to be the villain, like Gabbar, thar with everybody, oh, Gabbar is here, whatever. Then you can go around doing all things. But then Gabbar can't also be seen in a temple praying. It's got to be wherever he is. No? So when you know what it is you want in your brand, you've got to do exactly that to build that brand. A lot of these celebrities that we see spend a lot of time and effort to build their brand. A lot of celebrities we see, we want to be like them because, wow, they're so much fun all the time. They're in all the right parties, they're in all the right clubs. I'm sure there are many times when they don't want to do anything but just sleep. But I know as of Sukrabar Feri, I have to be gone and seen in, whichever club it is that is going right now. Because they have a certain brand they want to perceive. But please remember one thing, nothing else from this, is you don't have to be a celebrity to build a brand. मलाई धेरैजनाले तपाईले एकदम ब्रान्ड बनिसक्नु भयो भनेर भन्छ तपाई पनि त ब्रान्ड हो नि. Maybe to your family, to the people you work with, each of you are a brand. Just remember that when you walk away today is I am a brand. The name of the brand is whatever your name is. And whatever you do either adds value towards that brand or takes away value from that brand. But it's doing something to your brand. Don't be shy of your brand. People ask me, and I think they ask the organizers, I know you brand, Anil Shah brand, भन्छ तर संस्थाको ठुलो ब्रान्ड हुनुपर्ने हैन मान्छे भन्दा त संस्थाको ठुलो ब्रान्ड हुनुपर्ने जहिले पनि त अनिल शाह भनेर मेगा बैंक चिन्ने हैन यो मेगा बैंकले अनिल शाहलाई चिनाउनु पर्ने हैन त. And I say, I wish life was so simple. In organizations also there is a question of evolution and growth. Mega Bank, I joined, as was said, before it started operations. Nobody knew what Mega Bank, the name Mega Bank also came later on. But Anil Shah, people knew from my days in Standard Chartered, my days in Nabil Bank, people knew what Anil Shah was all about. So just like when a child is born, and we do give it a name, and she becomes whatever, or he becomes whoever, but for many years the child is known by the parent's name. And slowly the child evolves. And if they build a brand of their own, they will be known by their name and the parent will also be known by the child's name. So it matters what organization is Anil Shah in. If Anil Shah is in Mega Bank, then yes, I think Anil Shah will be known more than Mega Bank. Whether it be the shareholders who invested their hard-earned money into the shares, whether it be the depositors who built the confidence and the trust and brought in crores and arabs of rupees and have put it in Mega Bank, it is because of Anil Shah and this team of people, we trust them. यिनीहरूले गरेको छ है 20-25 वर्ष पहिला पनि बैंकमा काम गरेको छ, राम्रो काम गरेको छ, यिनीहरू भाग्दैन, यिनीहरूले हाम्रो पैसा डुबाउँदैन, यहाँ राखे ठिकै छ है. But if Anil Shah does his job correctly, within 8 to 10 years, Mega Bank should be a brand of its own, like it is today, where with or without Anil Shah, Mega Bank is a vibrant organization doing very well in its own. And when Anil Shah steps away from Mega Bank, at whatever point of time that is, Mega Bank will do as well, if not better. And that is what good managers and leaders should be able to do.